Curious George Colors Eggs. Adaptation by Kate O'Sullivan, based on the TV series Teleplay and written by Michael Maurer. George was excited. He was spending the day with Betsy and Steve. They were going to dye eggs. There would be an egg hunt later. The man with the yellow hat gave George an apron. "I'm leaving for the bird-watching trip with Chef Pischetti. Please try to stay clean while I'm gone," he said. Steve showed George 3 pots of dye. One was red, one was blue, and one was yellow. "These are called primary colors," Steve said. "You can make every color in the rainbow. Just mix them in different ways." George was very curious. Steve dipped an egg in the yellow dye. Then Steve dipped the egg in the blue dye. The egg turned green. George had an idea. He dipped a banana in blue dye, then he dipped it in red dye. George made the banana turn purple. Charky was curious too. She wanted to see the purple banana up close. She chased after George. As they ran, Charky bumped the tables. One started to roll. It knocked down a mop. The mop bumped a shelf, and the cake on the shelf started to fall. George jumped, losing his apron. He saved the cake, but it was very heavy. His feet started to slip. "Oh no, George!" Steve cried. He and Betsy grabbed the cake, but George fell into the pot. "You were supposed to stay clean," said Betsy. But George had another idea. If red and blue made purple, could he mix the right colors to make brown? George jumped into the red dye, but yellow and red made orange, not brown. George and his friends heard footsteps in the hall. "Quick, hide," Steve said. George jumped into the sink. "How is the egg dyeing?" the man with the yellow hat asked. "And where's George?" asked Chef Pischetti. George popped up from the sink. "Thanks for staying clean," said his friend. George had picked the perfect hiding place. Colors, colors everywhere. Circle all the objects in primary colors. Red, yellow, blue. The end.